Hello there and welcome to this Tuesday edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. A very warm welcome to those watching in the diaspora and on our various social media platforms. If you're visiting our island for the very first time, welcome to Jamaica, land of reggae, wood and water. We do hope that you're enjoying the Reggae Month festivities and activities outlined by our government, all free of cost. Remember to download the Reggae Jamaica app to see all the events that you can attend. We have a very informative show lined up just for you. Stick and stay with us. We'll be right back after the news and more.
The shadows of October 28, 2025 still linger, the aftermath of Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. The powerful system made landfall in Jamaica, leaving a trail of devastation across the island. While every parish felt its force, the western end bore the brunt of the storm. Many residents are still without homes, vital infrastructure has been wiped out, and communities are struggling to rebuild. As a nation, we're all picking up the pieces together. Let us continue to stand united and support recovery efforts by donating through the country's official disaster relief and recovery portal at supportjamaica.gov.jm.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, February 10, 2026. The government of Jamaica is dismissing as false an overseas online report claiming that the country refused to sell liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, to Cuba. In a statement, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz points out that Petrojam, the country's sole oil refinery, which is owned by the government, does not export LPG. Private sector players in the local oil and gas industry also do not export the product. In refuting the reports, Minister Vaz points out that the publication provided no credible sources, adding that neither the government nor any local oil and gas entity was contacted to verify the claim. The government is urging the public to rely on credible and official sources for information, warning that misinformation can cause unnecessary fear and anxiety. It says verified updates can be accessed through the Jamaica Information Service and official government communication platforms. 314 housing units comprising 720 rooms have been completed under the government's new social housing program, NSHP. These have benefited approximately 1,135 individuals across 57 constituencies. The data was shared by Arlene Williams, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructure Development. She was speaking at a recent handover ceremony for a multi-family housing unit, The Brook, in Stony Hill, St. Andrew.
Currently, there are 88 active construction projects comprising 186 rooms across 23 constituencies, with completion expected shortly. Additionally, 65 projects, or 173 units totaling 384 rooms, are scheduled to commence within this financial year.
The Permanent Secretary says the ministry remains committed to delivering real solutions for Jamaicans while expanding housing and infrastructure projects across the island. She reiterates that the program operates through three key modalities: indigent housing, relocation of vulnerable communities, and the upgrading of tenements to multifamily solutions. A scholarship program is now in place to support children of Jamaican farm workers employed in the Seasonal Agricultural Workers Program, SAWP, in Ontario, Canada. The first cohort of 10 students will each receive approximately $115,000 to assist with books, uniforms, exam fees, transportation, and other school expenses. Labour and Social Security Minister Pernell Charles Jr. says the scholarship, which was launched on Thursday, is expected to create a positive multiplier effect within communities through education.
We want from this scholarship to have a positive multiplier effect echoing across the communities so that these 10 scholarships will multiply into hundreds of persons being impacted to want to do more. And I believe that because it is blessed, this investment is going to be a blessing to many.
Applications open April 1 and close June 30, 2026. Eligible applicants must be children or wards of current SAWP workers who have participated in the program in Ontario for at least 3 consecutive years with the same employer. Students must be enrolled in a recognized secondary school and maintain at least a B average. The initiative was introduced by the Ministry of Labour and Social Security in partnership with the Ontario Fruit and Vegetable Growers Association with a grant of 10,000 Canadian dollars. The scholarship marks 60 years of partnership between Jamaica and Canada under the SAWP. It addresses labour shortages in Canada's agricultural sector while providing employment opportunities for Jamaicans. Students at Machette High School in Trelawney are set to benefit from safer and more reliable transportation. This follows the signing of a grant agreement recently with the Embassy of Japan and the Ministry of Education for 2 29-seater Toyota Coaster buses. The initiative is being funded under the Japanese Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Projects and is valued at over $151,000. Education State Minister Rhoda Moy Crawford says the buses align with the ministry's safety and security objectives. She emphasizes that reliable school transportation plays a critical role in protecting students from the risks associated with public transportation.
Every child on a secure school bus is a child protected from vulnerabilities of the public roads. It is a peace of mind for parents knowing their children are in the school's care from the moment they leave their gates.
Principal of Machette High School, Leighton Johnson, welcomed the donation, describing the moment as historic for the institution.
The donation of these 2 buses will therefore play a critical role in reducing our transportation costs to students while significantly increasing the possibilities for student learning and exposure beyond our walls.
More than 350 care packages and school supplies have been distributed to vulnerable communities in St. Elizabeth as recovery efforts continue months after the devastating impact of Hurricane Melissa. The latest assistance was coordinated through a partnership between the Coconut Industry Board and the Croydon Black Minority Ethnic BME Forum in the United Kingdom. The team targeted residents in Middle Quarters and Parity, as well as the St. Elizabeth Infirmary in Santa Cruz. Boxes of school supplies were handed over to Middle Quarters Primary School. Research Director for the Coconut Industry Board, Dr. Wayne Myrie, says the extent of the damage makes it clear that immediate support is still necessary.
We cannot give enough to persons who have actually lost everything. Persons have lost, almost everything, because you just when your roof is blown away, you have water coming in, destroying the furniture, destroying your clothing, and it's something that is just a small token that we're doing here today. And of course, we will continue to do this to other communities as well.
Chief Executive Officer of the Croydon BME Forum, Dr. Andrew Brown, says the UK-based organization remains committed to long-term recovery efforts.
We don't just want it to be a one-off. We want it to continue and to help rebuild Jamaica. So when we go back to the UK in the next couple of days, we'll be sitting around the table and discussing what are the next steps, and hopefully working again with the Coconut Industry Board and yourselves as well to kind of see how we can continue these awesome efforts that we've done over the last 3 months.
And finally, the Jamaica Fire Brigade, JFB, is reporting a mixed trend in structural fires across the island for 2025. It says commercial building fires recorded marginal increase, while residential fires declined slightly. Commissioner of the Brigade, Stuart Beckford, tells JIS News that of the 11,048 genuine fire calls received, 1,555, or 14%, were structural fires.
We responded to 1,163 residential fires, which represents 75% of our structural fires that we would have responded to last year. So there was a marginal decrease in residential fires, a decrease of 5.2%.
Commissioner Beckford says commercial structural fires totaled 392, a 3.7% increase from 2024. Kingston and St. Andrew recorded the highest number of fires with 325 incidents, while Portland had the lowest at 46. Meanwhile, of the 11,288 buildings inspected, 2,436 were certified. The commissioner is urging residents and business owners to remain vigilant, saying inspections and safety education are keys to reducing fire risks. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Are you interested in buying land or property? Here are the steps you should follow. Step 1. Find out who is legally authorized to sell the property. Step 2. Ensure all property tax payments are up to date. Step 3. Consult an attorney at law who will guide you through the process and protect your interests. You can also use eLand Jamaica to check on matters pertaining to your property purchase. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us on WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal to serve you better.
Let's now take a quick stop at Jamaica House to hear what our Prime Minister has been up to in the past week.
This is not simply another infrastructure project. It is a strategic intervention in preparing our people to succeed in a modern, technologically driven world.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness was referring to the signing of a letter of intent with Trans-America's fiber system for the subsea cable project on Tuesday.
We are making an investment not only in cables beneath the sea, but in opportunities above ground. We are laying the foundations for higher economic growth, stronger competitiveness, broader access to education and employment, and greater national resilience.
Dr. Holness says the partnership will strategically shape the telecoms market, enabling lower prices and more accessibility for the average citizen.
What we have done is to de-risk the investment and to ensure that we have put in enough redundancies in the system and diversification of cables such that there is competition. So that's the shape of the market now, a market that is diversified and competitive, which will result in lower prices for you, the consumers.
According to Dr. Holness, once the infrastructure is completed, it will position the country as an attractive destination for investors.
So when countries are looking at places, where should I put our business process outsourcing? Where should we put call centers? Where should we put our digital business? Oh, Jamaica has several subsea cables connected with great redundancies at great prices. This is a place where we should come and relocate.
This initiative will establish a new undersea internet connection for Jamaica, delivering faster speed, greater reliability, and improved resilience across our national networks. Another high point for Prime Minister Holness was the opening of the £53 million Essex Valley Agro-Processing and Cold Storage Facility in St. Elizabeth.
We're going to have now the ability to stabilize prices by virtue of being able to control excess production, by having the ability to store and repurpose through processing, to give greater certainty to farmers of making a return from their output, and greater certainty to consumers in the price that they face at the market, and an expansion in output by adding greater value to the initial production.
The facility was funded by the United Kingdom Caribbean Infrastructure Fund in partnership with the Caribbean Development Bank. The facility can store up to 17,000 kilograms of produce weekly and has equipment for washing, grading, sorting, and processing items into juices, purees, and concentrates that meet export standards. An accompanying administrative building will house multiple agencies, thus improving access to agricultural services and reducing travel time for farmers. The facility will also accommodate the Benevolent Society of Farmers to strengthen coordination within the sector. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness continued to build the case for a major reform to the country's public bureaucracy. He cited the long time frame it takes for major projects to get off the ground and to be completed. Dr. Holness referenced the 20-year span for the completion of the Essex Valley Agro-Processing and Cold Storage Facility. He said the government must take on deeper and more strategic, sensible institutional reforms that will take our complicated bureaucracy and make them more efficient.
We must reform our public investment appraisal process. We must reform our procurement process. We must reform our contracting process. We must reform our licensing and regulation and permitting processes. All of these need to be reformed.
The Prime Minister is insisting that bureaucracy must be sensitive to outcomes and context.
The government may look like we are doing well, because almost every week for the last 5 years, I am handing over something, cutting a ribbon on something, announcing something. We could be doing 10 times more. Believe me when I tell you.
Prime Minister Holness was also updated last week on strategic roadmap for national infrastructure by the Factories Corporation of Jamaica. At a meeting with the leadership on Thursday, Dr. Holness outlined that development needed to move away from old, crowded spaces to places where government services, private businesses, and small entrepreneurs could all work and grow together. Using the Morant Bay Urban Center as a blueprint, Dr. Holness said similar developments were being pursued for Bound Brook, Naga Head, Old Harbour, and Negril. Meanwhile, the Bernard Lodge Group also presented Dr. Holness with an update on lands that are available, divestments that have taken place, infrastructure development, urban center, and housing.
To date, my understanding is that there are about 4,600 houses constructed within this master plan. The idea is that we could have somewhere in the region of between 10 to 15,000 houses when it is completed, and it will be a model for how development should be pursued in Jamaica. In fact, we are taking this model and we are going to transpose it literally onto Innswood, where there is similar energy and interest in developing housing.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
From sunrise on the beach to sunsets in the hills, Jamaica is more than a place. It's a vibe. It's the rhythm in our music, the flavor in our food, and the pride in our people. It's how we celebrate life. Bold, proud, and full of energy. From yard to abroad, once you feel it, you know Jamaica is a vibe. Let's keep it positive. Let's keep it proud. Let's keep it Jamaican, because Jamaica is a vibe.
Every year, Thousands of babies are born with a congenital heart defect, a condition that affects how their hearts are formed and how blood flows through their bodies. Some children show signs early, others later, but early detection can save lives. If a baby has trouble breathing, feeding, or turns bluish in color, seek medical help right away. This congenital heart defect awareness period, learn the signs, support families, and remember, every heartbeat matters.
The Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan, launched by the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, is giving artists and creatives free life and health insurance coverage so they can focus on their craft with greater security. This next feature has the details. Take a look.
Jamaica's entertainment and creative industries are a central part of who we are as a people and to the country's economic life. From music and dance to film and fashion, believe it or not, thousands of Jamaicans earn a living through creative work. Yet for many years, those who entertained the nation often did so without basic protection. Unlike traditional employees, many entertainers and creatives work independently without sick leave, health coverage, or life insurance. A single illness or injury has often meant financial hardship. In recent years, steps have been taken to change that. One of those initiatives is the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan, otherwise known as JSIP. The plan was developed after years of discussion aimed at improving access to insurance for entertainers and creatives.
It is our expectation that through this deliberate action, artists and creative practitioners will take advantage of this scheme and so reduce their vulnerability to adversity and debt, as has been the current experience.
Guardian Life Insurance was selected to administer the plan, working in partnership with the ministry to deliver coverage to entertainers and creatives across the island.
We are equally committed to working with the ministry to ensure our contribution to the development of the nation, while exemplifying the importance of creative industry and the benefits and protection that will come from this plan.
Phase 1 of JSIP was launched in 2024, providing free life and personal accident insurance to registered entertainers and creatives. The coverage is non-contributory, meaning no monthly payments are required from those enrolled in the program.
In this phase 1 of the insurance, we will cover free of costs to you death benefit up to $500,000 under group life and personal accident. Personal accident up to $500,000 and 1 to 100% of death benefit depending on the injury. The plan covers registered persons from 6 to 75 Gillian, with the option to extend to 99 years old.
In 2025, the program expanded to include group health insurance, offering benefits such as hospitalization, surgery, maternity care, and overseas medical coverage for creatives who work both locally and internationally.
Jamaica is the first CARICOM country to introduce such a program. Now, with an estimated 29.5 million people working in the creative and cultural industries worldwide, and over $2.2 billion in revenue, creative workers constitute the driving force of the creative and cultural industry, contributing to global economic development and job creation.
This is an amazing movement by the ministry and by Guardian Life and all who is involved, because I've been here before ska, rocksteady reggae, and dancehall. And of course, we have seen our brothers and our sisters all gone down a road like none of us want to go down that road.
For creatives working at every stage of the industry, the impact of the program is already being felt.
My community members here in Charlestown, they're excited. They got the cards and they start using their cards because it's the financial burden that was on us for health. We could not sufficiently manage and navigate our lives properly, and this did actually help reduce it a lot. So you see persons actively going to get their glasses, getting dental care, as well as regular medical and pharmaceutical care.
I'm going to say it's incredible because for many years, some of our older musicians and artists may not be able to afford some of the expenses that come with aging. And to know that our Minister of Culture is taking the time out to make that huge step for our musicians and creators in Jamaica, it's incredible.
Registration and further details are available through the National Registry of Entertainment and Creative Industries Practitioners, also known as the e-registry, at mcges.gov.jm.
This is intended to make things work better for you and do more for you, and I hope you appreciate and welcome.
Jamaica Post is committed to being your preferred logistics partner. Enjoy the convenience of 3 to 5 days for international shipments at competitive rates and next business day delivery for local packages. Take advantage of our fast, reliable and ever-evolving services: zip mail, click and ship, fast track, EMS, parcel service, registered mail, corporate mail service and private letterbox. Access customer service support and track packages online. Visit our post offices island-wide and premium service centers at select locations. For more information, go to jamaicapost.gov.jm. Conditions apply.
And that's a wrap for today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating today and to those marking a special anniversary. We wish you all the very best. Remember to visit our website in the meantime at jis.gov.jm for more news you can use. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Stay safe.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.